Eternalism for Beginners. Unit 1 Overview Quiz. Welcome to our Unit 1 Overview Quiz, where you will deepen your understanding of the gospel and the philosophy of eternalism. In this short exercise, there are 10 true or false questions, each followed by the correct answer and a brief explanation. Let us begin. Question 1. Eternalism does not stick with the gospel, adding speculative doctrines to make it more comprehensive and engaging. Answer: false. Explanation: Eternalism doesn't introduce new doctrines, but clarifies the existing gospel truths by making implicit teachings explicit. This aligns with the core point that eternalism does not deviate from, but sticks with the gospel. Question 2. Eternalism focuses on making the reality-based nature of the gospel explicit rather than leaving it implicit. Answer: true. Explanation: one of the main purposes of eternalism is to highlight and clarify the gospel's reality-based foundation. This makes the often implied eternal realities of the gospel clearer and easier to understand. Question 3. Brigham Young taught that true philosophy is separate from the gospel and does not relate to its teachings. Answer: false. Explanation: Brigham Young emphasized that true philosophy is part of the gospel and that all truth is embraced within it. This reinforces the message that the gospel encompasses all true philosophy, both in the heavens and on the earth. Question 4. Elder John A. Whitsoe stated that the church deals with eternal and tangible realities. Answer: true. Explanation: this statement aligns with the core message that the gospel is reality-based. Whitsoe's emphasis on eternal and tangible realities highlights how eternalism grounds the gospel in real substantial truths. Question 5. Most Latter-day Saints are fully aware of the reality-based nature of the gospel and have no need for the philosophy of eternalism. Answer: false. Explanation: while Latter-day Saints understand the Christ-centered and covenant-based aspects, the reality-based nature is often overlooked or only vaguely understood. Eternalism seeks to clarify this foundational aspect. Question 6. Eternalism does not seek to replace or overshadow the Christ-centered and covenant-based aspects of the gospel. Answer: true. Explanation: eternalism complements and reinforces these aspects rather than replacing them. It ensures that these essential elements of the gospel remain grounded in reality rather than disconnected from it. Question 7. Brigham Young emphasized that every true philosopher, in understanding principles of truth, has some understanding of the gospel. Answer: true. Explanation: Brigham Young's view reinforces the idea that all truth is part of the gospel. Even if philosophers are unaware, their grasp of truth connects them to gospel principles, underscoring the inclusivity of truth in the gospel. Question 8. The Christ-centered and covenant-based aspects of the gospel would remain relevant and true, whether reality-based or not. Answer: false. Explanation: the gospel's Christ-centered and covenant-based aspects must be reality-based to be true and meaningful. Without this foundation, they remain ungrounded and lack real or lasting significance. Question 9. Eternalism's core message is that the gospel is foundational and that reality is part of the gospel, not the other way around. Answer: false. Explanation: eternalism's core message is that reality is the foundation of the everlasting gospel. Elder John A. Whitsoe made this clear when he stated, "The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints deals with eternal realities, and that the gospel is founded on tangible and eternal things and relationships." Question 10. Elder Whitsoe taught that the gospel, founded on tangible and eternal truths, could be called the philosophy of eternalism. Answer: true. Explanation: Elder Whitso taught that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints deals with eternal realities, and that the gospel, rooted in tangible and eternal truths, could rightly be called the philosophy of eternalism. Thank you for participating. As we wrap up Unit 1, Making the Implicit Explicit, remember that eternalism clarifies the gospel's reality-based nature. The challenge is to view the gospel in its full, threefold essence: Christ-centered, covenant-based, and reality-based. This reality-based foundation is what gives rise to the philosophy of eternalism. Join us for Unit 2, where we explore the question, what is eternalism? In the meantime, and as a further exercise, become comfortable reciting and recalling these three gospel aspects as a single unit: its Christ-centered nature, its covenant-based nature, and its reality-based nature.